Japan. A place so far removed from where I live, I decided to go on holiday there as a challenge. I'm Adam, I'm 29, autistic, and not been in a plane for 20 years. And this is my journey of discovery in Japan. Hopefully it makes sense for you guys, because it doesn't for me. So, enjoy. Hang on a moment, we're missing a few steps. This is Chelsea, this is a good friend of mine. What?
So you've got 5 t-shirts in your jumper.
So 5 t-shirts and a jumper in that suitcase.
With your undies.
I'm just looking at the clock and being like...
Hey.
We're on Tunnel Road East.
Made it to Heathrow in one piece. With the dog! Good boy. He's been asleep most of the ride. My parents, with Uno, drove me the 2 hours to the airport, where they stayed with me until I got to security. Then I was on my own. I was booked into the British Airways lounge where I relaxed for 3 hours, and then came my flight. I hadn't flown in about 20 years, so 14 hours is a long time to be in the air, and I was very nervous. I did honestly swear a little bit when we took off, because I wasn't used to it. I was sat next to a very understanding Japanese gentleman, and the flight went really well. And then got to Tokyo and saw Mount Fuji in the sunset, so the entire flight was worth it in my opinion. And then I got promptly lost in the airport. I have made it. Finally. Now where's So, first night in Japan, and I'm right by this. That is the Sensoji Temple in Asakusa. I keep saying Asakusa, but that's not it, it's Asakusa. So I keep messing that up. And wow, I've been here about 2 hours, maybe 3. And this area is so picturesque. There's so much stuff I wish I could film around here, like right now, tonight, but they've turned off a lot of the lights over there. I'm in a traditional ryokan, which is pretty nice. And yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering how I'm getting such really nice lighting, it's an information sign. I'm just using an information sign for lighting. It works. Oh, helicopter. So it's day 1, well, first full day of Japan, and I'm near Sensoji Temple, and I have had the best night's sleep I've had in years. I'm at the Ryokan just down the road, and I am just heading to the 7-Eleven to go and get something to eat. I don't know what. So yeah, 7-Eleven's down here. So I've got all my camera gear in my bag, and it is a very quiet 6:30 in the morning. Right, look. Look how quiet that is. And this is one of the little shopping streets. So just been into the 7-Eleven. Didn't want to film in there, but I've got onigiri and a ham and cheese burrito, of all things. And now I'm confused as to which way I'm going to go. Not quite sure what I'm going to do today. I did plan to do sensoji, but I did that last night. So, there's a bunch of ravens in the trees, and it's actually quite relaxed here. And apparently things don't open until like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and it is currently 8 in the morning. So I have another 2 to 4 hours before things start opening up. The vending machines are way too handy. Granted, I'm mostly just buying water. I've not found a Coca-Cola vending machine yet. So yeah, just ueno. I could go in the zoo. I don't know, should I go in the zoo? Or should I just chill out around here? I don't know how to use a shrine. I don't know how things are meant to be done, so I'm just outside the Imperial Palace. It's somewhere in those trees. I can't go in, but apparently there's some gardens that way. So I think I'm going to go and try and go in the gardens. Isn't this beautiful? There's a little waterfall over there, there's water all round, and a little bridge in the middle. Peaceful. Right, onwards. And back to the camera. There's some big fish. Like, I've only just realised where I am. I am on the wrong side of the Imperial Palace from the railway station I want to be at. And I've been unhealthy and got more fried chicken. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself.
So I'm going up to the Meiji Jingu Shrine. I've most likely butchered that pronunciation completely, but there we go. Now, the thing about this area, you wouldn't think that we're still in Tokyo, but we are. And not too far from Shinjuku, or Shibuya, because we are at the shrine. Worshippers Hall. There's like these lanterns here then everywhere. Oh, that's cute. There's like a kid in a kimono. This is absolute chaos in here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people in this tiny room. If I lie down, I'd be able to reach between both sides of the room. This is chaos. Oh, and there's 3 dogs as well. Not sure what that is. Maybe we'll just put it in the pizza. And seaweed. Also got some noodles. So, I've made it to Kyoto in one piece, and well, the Shinkansen ride was a bit long, as I wasn't on the fastest one. And I've just had some very nice tempura with soba noodles. Helps if I remember what I've eaten. And now I'm just wandering around Gion. I've dropped my bags off at the hotel because no way I was going to be walking around here with bags, apart from my camera bag. And yeah, language barrier being a little bit of a problem. Found out certain phrases don't translate. And yeah, although most people around here are speak, or at least understand vague English, basically. So yeah, get little places like this. That music is coming from that truck over there. The one behind the black van. Well, this is an adventure both in terms of exploring and also trying to film myself. I don't like filming myself. But I suppose that's what this whole adventure, documentary, whatever you want to call it, is about. I think I'm going to go up to the temple itself, but I have to take my shoes off. Inside this main building, this is the main temple, and you're not allowed to film in there. So I know so many people who would have just tried to discreetly film, but I have decided against it. But yeah, it's beautiful here. It's still warm as hell, even though it's overcast. And we've got something here which is currently under renovation, I think. So yeah, it's an interesting place, this. Looking forward to the next 3 days here in Kyoto. this is a little bit claustrophobic in here. But yeah. This is the main trail up the mountain through the Torii gates. Each one is sponsored by either an individual or a company, and I think it's mostly written up on here. So I've gone a little bit off the beaten track just to find some peace and quiet. Yeah, I've ended up in some sort of bamboo grove, and it's quite like people have been engraving the names and like love hearts in bamboo. It's very quiet over here. Ah, there's a sign to say where I'm going. Well, I'll keep going this way. We'll see where I end up. So that's what this entire trip has been. So quiet in here. I have really gone off the beaten track now. That way, there we go. Now you can see me. And it's very much a quiet little area. There's a couple of do not enter areas, and they look really picturesque, but I ain't gonna risk it. So yeah, stairs. My worst enemy. I think this is the exit over here. Oh, no, it's not. There's so many of these little shrines up here. Like, there's one further down the hill which had like a sign outside which said "Entry banned for non-worshippers." So I walked past that one and came up here. This is bloody steep. I thought that last bit was steep. This is worse. Oh dear. Catching my breath. I went the wrong way. Oh boy. I have made it to the very, very top. And oh boy.
Now, I'll be honest, I didn't get any footage from the top of Fushimi Inari. And unfortunately, you're now just going to have to watch me going down the mountain with no context whatsoever.
So I'm on my way back down, but I am not feeling great. So I'm coming down on the main trail now instead of going down the mountain path that I came up, and I have been rewarded with that view. Not far now, I hope. My legs are not wanting to work properly. I was not expecting to be walking this much in such a short time. Oh dear. It is warm, I have walked a lot, and it's about 1 o'clock. So I've done a lot of walking before lunch, and I now need to go and eat something. Let's go in here. This is quiet and nice. Oh! Daibaiju? Yeah. This is the big camera. But as you can see, it's raining. And I don't like the rain. Well, I do like the rain, but the camera doesn't. So I've been suggested to go up here, and it should be nice and quiet because there shouldn't be any, well, there shouldn't be many tourists walking around here in the rain. And not being able to use my big camera either. Although talking about cameras, I went into Yodobashi camera. Didn't film in there, unfortunately, but I did look at some new lenses. And we'll go and see if we can find any deer. Oh God, you can't hardly see me through the raindrops on the lens. Oh, that's blurry. Is that better? There, that's better. There we go. And there's still plenty of deer here. I am here in Nara. It is just like home. It's raining and miserable. At least the deer are doing all right, aren't you? So I went and sat in the dry for a little bit to escape the rain and dry out my jacket. I've now got my bag on my front so that the shoulder straps can go under the raincoat so that they're not hampering the raincoat's waterproofness. And yeah. I don't think I'm going to keep going this way because I think this way just goes out onto a lot of grass, which is currently covered by a lot of deer. Two girls over there are being chased by those deer. So I've gone into the Railway Museum. There's a Zero Series Shinkansen right here. We have one in York, which is hilarious. Oh, there's an entrance into this one. Right, let's go in here. I assume that's where the toilet used to be. And they've stripped it out. It's now an exhibition space. There's models, more models, models of the bogies, an actual pantograph, which is interesting. I think that's a Speedo. And then the old seats. Yes. It's very interesting and dark in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have a wander around and turn the camera off because this is interesting for me. So, just been to the Railway Museum and now waiting for my train. Should be arriving behind me very soon. Should be. As I was saying, it's very busy. There's tourists everywhere, although it's not as busy as I may have been led to believe. So we'll see how this goes. And yeah. I've got a nice little street. I saw a cement mixer come up here at the very beginning, which was interesting. So I'm going to keep going and find a nice picturesque spot. So I've made it up into the more traditional areas of Kyoto, and my eyes, because the sun is right there. And yeah, big pagoda. I think I found the photo spot just up here. As you can see, the pagoda's behind me, and I'm just climbing the hill. And there's a lot of people in front of me with cameras out taking photos. So I think I found the photo spot, and I might just people watch up here because it's hilarious. So I've just walked through maybe the busiest part of Kyoto stroke Gion sort of area, and there's been a little bit of overstimulation, lots of people, smell of incense, sounds of people making things and food and the smells and everything, and I kind of blanked out for a moment. So there are certainly problems to wandering around this area as someone who is autistic. But I've survived, luckily. Right, onwards. Where's the drinks? Aha! So you got like ice cream right next to the drinks as well, and little snacks. Bakari Sweat I've not had. Like got the little tiny bottles of Coca-Cola in there. I'm gonna have a normal sized bottle of Coca-Cola. And they like self push their way down into the machine. Right, to the checkout. So the Family Mart get sweets and drink was successful. I got some Haribos. You know what? I'm walking all the way back to the hotel because it's 5 minutes slower to walk than it is to take the bus, apparently. So for only 5 minutes, I'm just gonna walk. So sunny. Definitely need sunglasses. So yeah, it's let's just walk down the river. That was a good idea, wasn't it? It's a lot quieter down here. You can very easily find some very nice quiet areas, even in a city like Kyoto, where it's tourists. I mean, I've bumped into a few people, but there's not enough people here to be like, oh no, I'm getting absolutely swamped. I now need to check the map and see where I am. So I've made it to Osaka and I am walking to Dontonburi, or I can't pronounce it at the moment. But it's not far from Namba station, so you get off the train here at Namba and then you just walk up the main street and you're at Dontonburi. So yeah, I think I am just about to get to the bridge. I have a feeling there's meant to be a takoyaki place in here because of the giant squid, but I don't see a way in. But yeah, this is Dontonburi, and I'm just going to go down here towards the water's edge and go under this bridge. I think I've spotted the takoyaki place, but it has a massive queue, but I'm going to go there anyway. It's literally just there. So I'm basically sat on top of my bag at this table to have some takoyaki. I mean, the cut looks better, and I haven't burnt my mouth, so that's a benefit. There we go. Literally, where I was earlier, going, oh, I think there's a takoyaki place in there. He's right above it. So yeah, I feel like an idiot now. It is very busy here, and I've been on my feet for ages, so I might head back to the hotel. Granted, I think check-in isn't until 4, and it is currently about 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1:30. So I've got another 2.5 hours until I can check in. So where do I go? I don't know. I'm going to take a look at the map. So it's night time in Osaka. I'm trying to get to that building up there. I've just come out of Osaka Umeda station. I've left all the camera equipment apart from this GoPro back at the hotel. One thing though is the Dontonburi was a little bit underwhelming. I'd like to know what they're advertising. I've made it to Shin Umeda City, which I think is where the Sky building is? Yes, it is, which is all the way up there. But first I'm going to have a wander around on the ground level. They might give walk a fair way to the tickets. This is somewhere between the 35th and 40th floors. I did not like the lift coming up because it was glass-sided, and I don't like glass-sided lifts. Well, I'm a little bit annoyed I can't go up top because all I've got with me to pay for things is my Suica card. I've gone down in the internal elevator because the glass one made me feel ill. So yeah, now I've got to work out the way out of this building. That's this way. So I'm on the Shinkansen again, this time heading towards Tokyo. My lens cap just went rolling, so hopefully I'll get some footage of Mount Fuji as we go by it. There's a lot more in this one. I'm going to go and see what the other two places across the way are, but there's a lot more here than there was in the other one. I'm going to quickly go see what these other two things are on about, and then okay. Somewhere to play the card game. And a Pokemon sweets shop. So I've made it up to Tokyo Metropolitan building, and the views are great. It's a bit busy though, and just trying to not get in people's way. Yeah, Mount Fuji's meant to be somewhere out behind me, but not that we're going to see it. Not in this weather. It's raining. It's a bit miserable. And yeah. Just come all the way from Akihabara, which is take the Shinjuku line all the way to Shinjuku and then walk from Shinjuku to here. So I've gotten home, and sadly I didn't have much more footage to put in this video, so here I am talking to you on the camera. I wish I'd gotten more time to film, had a bit more energy and a bit more of a plan maybe. The problem being that I think I was meant to have a plan and then I sort of forgot it and ended up winging it. Yes, it meant I had actually explored a little bit more. I did things I didn't think I was going to do. But there's a lot of things I still want to do. There were several times during this whole project where my autism did have some issues, and I don't think I captured that quite as I could have. There was times where I was getting overstimulated, which then made me forget to film, and I think I could have done better. But yeah, it was wonderful. I really, really want to go again. This is over 8 months later I'm recording this, and about a month after I came home from Japan, no, 2 months even, just before Christmas, I was at work and I played some of the music from one of the Pokemon centers, and I ended up crying because I want to go back. I was like, I miss Japan. I really do. It's hard to put into words about how I feel or how I felt, and there's so much more I want to explore there, and I'm hoping I can. And I'm hoping I can make it entertaining and engaging for you guys. So if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you for watching, and roll credits.
Don't care what you think.